Hello, and welcome to the Anna L. Brothers Show and Podcast. How are you this evening? I'm coming to you live. If you don't know who I am, I'm Anna. I'm a retired school teacher. I do a little educational consulting. I am a jewelry consultant, a health consultant, and my podcast, Sweet Blessings, is all about the well being of the whole individual. And so I concentrate on the physical, the mental, the emotional, all of those aspects of your life. And so from time to time, I'm going to have guests on, and they will be speaking because I'm not an expert on everything, believe me. So that's why I do a lot of research. Okay. So I have people that come on that are expert in other in fields that I'm not in to share their knowledge and their know-how. So this evening I do have a special guest, and her name is Erica Johnson, and I'll be bringing her on um, shortly. Okay. So, as I was saying, my podcast is about helping people. I try to inspire them, to encourage them, and to empower them to live a healthier lifestyle. And that it can cover any of those aspects that I just mentioned before. And as we went through the beginning of the year, we've set our goals, we've done all of those things, and uh, we've learned how to apply our goals and to set our goals into action. And so now we're kind of talking about the having a place to stay. You know what I mean? Because we all have to have a place to stay, no matter whether it's a home, an apartment, a condo, or whatever. But that is part of our well-being as a individual. So before I get started, there's a few things that I do want to point out as far as, I guess, housekeeping, as you might want to say. So this here is my I'm asking people to subscribe to my YouTube channel. So this is my YouTube channel. This is the handle that is on it. So if you go there and you just hit the subscribe button, it would be greatly appreciated. I do lives periodically on Facebook. So this is my Facebook um, page as well, and I come on there most of do most of my lives there. And also on the Facebook page, you can support me by sending stars. The stars kind of help me get earn a little more money to make more content as well. It helps me change up my scenery and all of those things. I am also on Instagram. I will show you that this is my Instagram account, and I do have a website. So this is a bit. It's in a bit, so rather than putting the whole thing across this screen. So I try to get all of this out of the way before I kind of get started um, uh, this evening. Also, if you're interested in being a sponsor or a guest on the show, I'm always taking people in to be guests and sponsors. You can reach out to me at my email, or you can also contact me at my website there as well. So I hope that you will get a lot of information from this, and we're going to take a brief moment or a brief commercial, and then I will be back and I will introduce our guests. So just bear with me one moment. Here we go.
The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is a magazine that embraces and celebrates the entire homeschooling experience. Our magazine is different from all the rest because we provide beneficial information and assistance in homeschooling, business, wellness, mental health, resources, and life. We encourage you to pick up a copy of our magazine today on Amazon.com by simply searching the Homeschooling Interactive Magazine. The Homeschooling Interactive Magazine is all about impacting the world through home-based learning, helping to de-stress the homeschooling experience. Get your copy from Amazon today. The Homeschooling.
Okay, there we go. So let me come back and I'm going to introduce, her name is Erica. I'm going to bring her to the screen in just a few moments. Let me give you just a brief thing because she is going to tell you about herself, okay? But she's a friend of mine, and I can actually say that she is my realtor. She really helped me out a lot um, when I was going through the things with my mom, and we shared that. That's something that we kind of share. We both had our moms were ill, and so I'm not going to say that was brought us closer together, but I think it's her daughter that brought us closer together because she is such a gem, y'all. You know, and but I've been knowing her for quite some time, and I think we met at a vendors fair, and from there our friendship blossoms. I feel like she's really and truly a part of my family because she really has been there for me. But she is from the South Side of Chicago, and she grew up there. And I'm gonna let you tell her. I'm gonna let her tell you her story. But she loves to travel, and she loves gardening, and she loves the color green. So I'm going to bring to the screen Miss Erica Johnson. How sweetie, how are you today?
Hello, Miss Anna. How are you? I'm so glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm going, let me move my stuff off the screen, here. My I can take that off and my bit. Okay. So this is Erica. And so Erica, the first thing that I'm going to ask you is tell us a little bit about yourself. Okay, from the start from the beginning because she has a really interesting story. Okay.
Anna, thank you so much for this opportunity to share my story. So, I first became an entrepreneur at the age of 21, where I owned a daycare center. And I was in the state of California, and I cared for military children. And then my career went to where I moved, and I took care of children abroad, overseas in Italy. And that was a great experience. And also, um, not only my first experience with entrepreneurship at the age of 21, I enjoyed working with children. And through different careers, I always found myself working with children. From working into the dental field, I still worked with children. And I wrote a children's book.
Okay. So tell us a little bit before you get to your children's book and all this. Tell us a little bit about, your life. You grew up in Chicago.
I did. So I
Okay.
grew up with Chicago, and I first started working when I was, probably about 10. My mother was an entrepreneur herself. She was a cosmetologist and as well as a salon owner. So I took out the trash, did little things, learned how to be a receptionist at a very early age. Um, my grandmother was very, very in tune with me especially as a teenager and a young adult. Everywhere I traveled, I always brought her housing magazines. She was a real estate investor. And now she is 93 years old and she still wants to hear about what's going on in the market.
That's
So
wonderful.
she loves it. But she was an investor. So an investor thinks a little bit differently from a traditional home buyer.
Okay.
Um, I have one brother. We're some years apart. And I started traveling at the age of 17. And I have some trips coming up this year, and I'm excited, but I love to travel. So,
So where are some of the places that you have been? And we know you've been to Italy and that you taught in Italy. Is their system different than the system here?
so your credentials are different. You
Okay.
know, what you need. You only needed like a CDA, or at
Okay.
least at that time. But I've traveled to Germany. I've been to statesides. I've been to Atlanta, Alabama, um, Florida several times. So I've seen the world a little bit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm back on the education again, because
Okay.
when I had the opportunity to go out of the country as well for education,
Hmm.
and I found that, and I went to Egypt, and I
Okay.
found that their system there was different. They don't have the same type of. Uh, they really don't have daycare. When I went, they didn't have daycare. They had, I guess what you call nursery schools is what they call them. So, was it similar to that in Italy? Because we had a layover in Italy, but I didn't go into the country.
Hmm. Hmm. So they did call it nursery school.
Okay, okay,
They did. I think on the state sides we didn't really call it that. But yes. Um
well, in the United States, it used to be called nursery school before, and then it evolved into
to
daycare,
pre-K or
yeah,
something.
pre-K and Head
Hmm.
Start, and all those things. It was just, I guess, because I'm in that field, it's just interesting to see how other countries practice or teach their children. Um,
So there are some times where we did follow structure, right? You made the lesson plans and there was structure. And then there were other times when they focused on learning through play
okay.
and a lot of the children lead
Hmm.
type of thing,
Okay, so their curriculum was kind of like,
almost like Montessori.
that's what I was just getting ready to say. It was leaning toward
Hmm.
Montessori
Hmm. Hmm.
teaching there. They didn't lean that way in Egypt. They were very, very they were kind of strict, like us. They were strict with their kids, but there was a difference in the girls and the boys.
Hmm.
Did you the girls only went to school for um, a certain amount of years, and then they went into like domestic things.
Oh, so I don't know anything about that because I was with early childhood.
Okay, okay,
So, strictly early childhood from infancy to before and after, some before and after, but it was more like maybe third grade,
okay,
fourth grade. They did have the girls and boys together,
okay.
and then a lot of the children that I um, taught were American children as well. You know, American citizens.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So it was like on a
a
basis.
military base.
Okay, that probably was really interesting.
It was. It
Yeah,
was. We did have, children outside of the base as well, and those type of different families. You
yeah.
know, so
And learning different cultures and
exactly,
yeah,
exactly.
of that. Well, I'm going to ask you another question, and then we're going to break for another. I'm going to ask you another question, and then we're going to break for another thing, and then I want you to come back, and I want you to tell me a little bit about real estate and how
Okay.
you got in it, and what advice or you would give someone who is just beginning or looking for a new home, or what advice you would give to a person that has a home and maybe they might want to do something else, and then the latter part we're going to spend like on that book.
Okay.
All right, so basically what let's get into the real estate, or do you want me to break for the commercial? You want to break?
We could talk about real estate.
Okay, go ahead. Talk
Mhm.
about real estate, because how did you uh kind of get into real estate? I guess through your grandmother, I'm assuming. She kind of
No, not even.
tell me.
That was something that her and I also did. Like we would go at the time, back in the day, we did a lot of open houses. Like you would drive by, you would see these large houses, and you would
Mhm.
go in it, and it was okay. Now, open houses are done totally different. But I actually got into real estate after having my second child,
Okay.
and
See, you didn't even tell people that you had uh uh two children. See what I'm saying?
I
I'm gonna call you out now because you are her. Both of her children are very, very talented. You heard me talk about the baby, but she has an older one that is very talented. So I'm gonna leave you alone, let you go on top.
well, thank you so very much. So yes, I have two girls. I'm super excited. My oldest is graduating college in May, so I am super excited about that. She is 22 years old, and then I have a 7-year old. So life for me is interesting every day, all day. So it is just very, very interesting. So my children are over 14 years apart. And at the time, um, I wanted a different career. I was in the dental field at this time. I was also working the school program in the dental field, where I would go to the schools. Again, I'm back at the schools, right?
Hmm.
So I would go to the schools and we would perform cleanings on their teeth. And this ranged from children preschool to high school. So um, I didn't want to do that anymore. And I was trying to figure out how can I have a career and also spend time with two children who are so far apart in age.
Hmm.
I did some research and I'm like, how can I work from home? How can I still drive my oldest to high school because at the time she was in high school. How can I drive her to and from school? How is this gonna work out? And how was I gonna make money, right? And I still love HGTV, but I was a big fan of HGTV. Excuse me. And I would see these agents selling houses after showing three houses. I was convinced that this was the career for me. I said, man, they showed three houses. They look beautiful. The women, the agents were well dressed. Um, they sold these houses for thousands of dollars, made good money. I said, I could do that. I can do that. So I went to school and I was at my first brokerage, and it was not like that. My
You gotta
experience
crawl,
was not like I thought it was gonna be. Um, However, here I am 6 years later, and I love it.
Yes, I figured
I
that.
love it.
I figured that.
So, and it's still my life in real estate. It gives me flexibility. I love helping people. And each house I sell, believe it or not, I'm just excited as my buyers or sellers. It's like, oh, I'm excited. I'm excited when a buyer has bought a home and maybe done something different to the home. I do get calls like, come on over, let me show you what I did. So that is just so gratifying for me just to help people.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but yeah, that's how I got into real estate. I was in this fantasy world.
Well,
And then
you're not really, not really. You're not gonna call it a fantasy world. We're gonna call it that you had big dreams, and you can still
I
have those
I,
dreams,
I do.
and you can
Hmm.
still have those dreams. It's not to say that
And
you're not gonna reach that. It's just that we all have to crawl before we can get wherever we're going, and we don't really know the success story of those people that you saw on television. They probably had to crawl too before they got to that. Uh,
it's a possibility.
and we
And
look at it as glamorous, okay?
right. And it's for TV, right?
Yeah.
But I do want to say there are some, this was just my road, right?
Hmm.
Because my first couple years experience, I worked with investors.
Okay.
And so their mindset is buy low and hold, you know.
Hmm.
So, and that was a great experience as well. So everyone has their own path. So that was my beginning, and I'm doing some things now. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we're gonna take a slight little commercial break here.
Okay.
This is a commercial that was done for me for my baking. It is kind of long, so we're gonna go through it because I think it's cute. I'm being partial, okay? We'll be right back.
Oh my goodness, the mailman came. I hope my sweet little thing cookie's in here. I just hope it's in here. Let me see. Let me open this up. That's it. That's it. Sweet little thing cookie. That sweet little thing cookie. Oh, I'ma have me a ball now. Let me just get this right here. Little thing cookie. That sweet little thing cookie. Oh yeah. I finally got my cookies. This sweet little thing cookies. Oh yeah. I'ma have fun. This package kinda big though. Man, it got a lot of cookies. Oh yeah, this the best day ever. I'm trying to tell you, I got my cookies, and I'm gonna eat these cookies, and ain't nobody gonna stop me. Wait.
All righty, we're back.
That is cute.
Yes, yes. So it's a little longer. I just cut it up a little bit, but they did that commercial for me for my baking.
I was waiting to see the cookies.
You'll see them another time because it's long. It's really a long thing. So I tried to cut it up and thing, but it's on my YouTube channel, and you can go there and look at it. It's really a good commercial, and CTI Media Network did it, for me. Her husband did that commercial for me because that's what I used to was really into my baking before COVID hit. So, all right. So let me get off of me. You told us about your real estate and how you got into real estate. So, what advice would you give a new homeowner, and what advice would you give a person that has owned a home and they might want to be maybe change their lifestyle? Maybe they want to downsize, or maybe they want to upsize. You just don't, you don't know. What kind of advice would you give them?
Okay. For a first time home buyer or someone that wants to buy a home, it's a two-part answer to that. If it's just one person, right? If it's just one person, I suggest that they, write down they wants, what they need, um, what they can do without, what are deal breakers completely, and be realistic about your budget. Okay. You're going to have you need some money, period. You're going to need some money, no matter about these grants or you need money. And speak to your lender. Find you a lender. You can shop around. You can find what's the best rates for you. And you're going to ask questions. You're going to let them know what your budget is, how much you want to spend, what does that look like, and get you a great realtor. And you can shop around for a realtor as well. You want to know their availability. How do they communicate? Do they text? Do they email? Or what do you prefer? Do you talk on the phone? When are they available? When are their off days? Because realtors have off days. So you want to get someone who's going to work with your schedule. When there's a family or more than one person that makes the decisions, they need to come together first, and they need to talk about what they wants are, because sometimes we get out here and one person likes something, the next person doesn't, they don't know what they really want, and we're just out here. So they need to have a conversation amongst the family, right? About what's best for them, what suits them, how many bedrooms do they actually need, right? What are the deal breakers? If you may want two bathrooms, and someone else say one is okay, but then you may have several people in your family, and realistically, you want two bathrooms. So
Mm-hmm.
let's stay within your budget and find you a house with two bathrooms. So it's a lot of communication that needs to be done. And also find you a real estate professional that works with you as well. And if you feel like there's some real red flags or they're not listening, then you get you another one.
Mm-hmm.
You
Well,
know,
are you available? You take it? Do you take in clients? And
I am currently taking new clients. I sure am.
okay,
And
well,
I have a great team of lenders,
okay,
home
well,
inspectors.
put your information down there.
Okay.
You can put your comment down, and I will. Can you comment on that one?
Mm,
Let's see.
no, I can just do the private chat and not the comments.
Okay, well, I don't know.
As far as someone who wants to sell, what would be the motivation to sell? So you have to, everything is being realistic on what you want,
Y-
right?
Yeah.
So what would be the reason? And is it motivating? you enough to change. And what does that look like?
Okay, so say for instance, maybe, well, I'll give you two examples. One of maybe someone wants to upgrade,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and then the other would be someone who has been in their home for years and now they want something different. So that's two different I think two different ways that you could, I guess, look at it. One of them wants to kind of build up. The other one might want to just be, just they don't need as much space as they've had in the future, and so they want to downsize. I'm gonna say one wants to upsize, one wants to downsize. Let's put it that
They
way.
want to move.
They
That's it. They want to move.
they want to get out.
So
Oh
when I had those conversations with someone who wants to sell,
Lord. Uh huh.
um, I also asked them how fast can you sell? Because sometimes we're like, oh, I want to move. And if you put your home on the market and you get a contract very fast, they may want you out in the next 45 days. So you need to consider, when can you move?
Okay.
You need to start packing before you actually put your house on the market. Do you need to look for you somewhere to go, or do you have somewhere to go? You want to look at your budget, right? And then you also want to talk to a real estate profession to be realistic about the market value of your property. And sometimes sellers are very emotional, depending on how long they've been in the home or what the home means to them. They could have stayed there their whole lives, right? Or they have a lot of memories. So what they put the price tag on the home may not necessarily be what the market is saying the house is
Right.
worth. So you have to find a realtor that you can trust, right? So it's a big trust factor, whether you're buying a home or selling a home, because usually this is the largest purchase some people make in their lives. So you have to consider this emotionally as well as financially. And it's like a bell curve, a roller coaster. I mean, the emotions are up and down, whether you selling or buying, right? And then, like, for instance, you get that contract and they want your stuff out of there. So what do? You just say, oh, I'm not ready, right? And you gotta get it out anyway, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for someone who wants to sell, I just say figure out where you want to go, right? And then you're going to find your professional, and you're going to talk to a lender if you need a lender, and you're going to start the process. Some people need proceeds from the sale, some people can just purchase.
Okay.
So there's different layers to just selling a house.
Okay. Well, another aspect that I really, really like, and I've talked to you about is this here. She is the author of this book, and it's called Rae Renae Learns Real Estate. And I'm gonna let her tell you a little bit how she came about this book, because I'm in the early childhood, and I just believe that you should start with the babies first, and this is such a good start to teach them about real estate.
Well, thank you so much, Anna. This book, Rae Renae Learns Real Estate, this is the copy, and I will let you guys know where you can get a copy from. You can go to my website. So it starts, let me start here. Um, who Rae Renae is. Rae Renae is a character. However, Rae Renae is my daughter's middle name. So my oldest daughter middle name is Rae, and the youngest child name is Renae. So when I came up with this character, the book in general, this is to for me to have a legacy, and for my children names to also be in print. So this is just more than just a children's book. I hope that this book just goes across the country and be in so many homes where it actually starts a conversation.
Mhm.
And I want, if I eventually have grandchildren or whatever, but I want my family to read about us. So this book is very, very dear to me. Um, but how it all came about is I was at a conference. I was at a conference, and I believe in a lot of educating myself, um, going to seminars, women empowerment. Um, that I just love it. And I went to a conference, which I go annually, Savvy Chicks in Real Estate, and there was a publisher there. And this was like my second time talking to a publisher. But there was a publisher, Sophisticated Press was there. It was a company there. And they talked about businesses having a book. And no matter what kind of business you have, and how to scale your business by also having a product, right? A book.
Mhm.
So after leaving the conference, several weeks went past. They followed up with me, and it's all about the follow up, right?
Mhm.
You need the
True.
follow up and then the execution. And we had a conversation, and at the time, I wanted to write a different book, and I talked to her about it, and it just wasn't coming together like I thought it should. And I'm still working on that
Mhm.
project. Um, so one night, I'm up all night, up early. This book came across, and I started writing the book, and I said, I'm going to write a children's book about real estate, about my day, and about what happens in our life. By me having a 7-year old, she is often at work with me. And it's because they have no school days. So when there's no school and I have to work, there are times where she has to go with me. So um I love taking her to work with me, and she loves it. It gives her opportunity to dress up, um, get her computer. She mimics everything that I do. She knows how to do a tour of the home. So when I first started writing this book, and I sent it to the illustrator, that same week, my daughter didn't have school. So the book, she played out everything that really happened in the book. And I was like, oh my, I have to do it, right? So we had a good day that day it was on a Friday. We had a closing. It was just a wonderful day. And to make for her to see what I do, I'm more than just on the phone, because she thinks I'm on the phone. But to put her in my day-to-day activities so that she realizes that I am a hard worker, I enjoy what I do, and we help people.
Mhm.
So I'm just really, really excited about the book, and
Well,
we have a coloring book coming out with it as well. But
oh, great, great, great. Well,
mhm.
you might have to come back on to do that. I don't know why. You should be able to put your information down so that I could showcase it down below. But while you were talking, some people came on. There's some comments. This is some of my look. Sheree Moore, she is part of the CTR network. This is Dr. Ramsey. She is the CEO of it. And then also some guy came on. He said bye, but he also said a few other little things. What's real? So I don't know what he actually.
I can see the comments. However, I am not able to type just
But
in
okay, do you have another device where you can go on Facebook? You can go on the live and put your information in. You can do it that way
yeah,
as
I
well.
could do it that way.
Yeah, you can do it that way as well, and it will show up on there as comments, and I can showcase it as well because I would like for people to get in touch with you. Now, one of the other things is people was asking, was it expensive to do a book? So if someone else wanted to do a children's book, would that be expensive? Was that a black owned company or
So it is. It is a
okay,
woman owned.
okay.
This is a self-published book. Um, so what that means is that I had full control. I
Mm-hmm.
wrote the book. Um, I had all the say in the book. You do all the upfront money.
Mm-hmm.
You do your advertisement. There's no one really backing you.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I probably wouldn't want it no other way at this time. So
Right, right, right. You can promote it
I
too.
was able to tell my illustrator exactly how I wanted the little girl to look. Um, my family, we have moles on our face. I have moles on my face. I wanted the character to have, you know, little freckle moles on her face. So she is us.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad to see that. And there is a person that is in our network. It's Conversation Talks with Connie, and she interviews authors. And I would like to recommend her to you.
Oh, I would love that. Yeah.
And Shantae said the book looks amazing. Is what
Thank you.
she's saying.
Thank
The
you.
yeah,
Thank you.
and but yeah, this because I'm a firm believer of teaching our babies about just life in general. In the past we have always had the tendency to not include them in learning things, and so they get to be adults and they can't function in these type of situations or anything because they have not had the training. And you can start that training and everything uh, from where
So let me also
here is
explain.
someone saying you can purchase the book here. Hold on. Okay, that's someone that knows. Is that your friend?
I was trying
Thank
to write it
you.
in the comments. Thank you
Thank,
so
thank,
very much,
thank you. Thank
Mrs.
you.
Bester.
Because it's okay. It's usually me that has the issues. Yeah, you
I'm
can.
trying
Thank you
to.
so much for that. But you can
Um,
purchase this book. How much is the book?
so we do have a discount code for the listeners tonight. The code is Savvy, SAVVY 2022, and you can get $3 off. The book is $16.99. Make sure you put in the coupon code though. You know the code Savvy 2022, and it's also free shipping. So they have to pay the taxes, but it's free shipping.
Okay.
I am also on Amazon, but if you you can also order on my website. And let me just tell you a little bit about the book as well. It is for 3 to 8 year olds. Um, it's an easy read. And by me having a background in preschool, you know, I wanted something that was an easy read that can also give children confidence in reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this book is also to introduce and prompt conversation. And when they're riding in the car with their parents or their family members, and they start to recognize different things, and then maybe they'll talk to their parents about, well, what is real estate? Do we, own a home, or can we move? And then it starts to just have parents think about that. So it is a easy read, and it's an introduction of real estate.
Well, I am so glad that you came on my program to shed a little light on that. Before we leave this evening, would you like to leave the audience with a few little tidbits or?
Sure. So again, Anna, thank you so much for this opportunity. I was very, very excited. We also share our gardening. We
Yes.
love to
Oh, yes.
garden.
We didn't even talk about that.
We
Yes.
love to garden. So and that brings me enjoyment and peace. Um, but I do want to encourage, if you do not have children to still purchase the book, you can also make donations.
Mhm.
I also do readings at schools. So if there's any children that's in preschool, first grade, and you want to schedule a reading, I come out, I have coloring sheets, and we just have a really good time. So they can also contact me if they want to do a reading.
Okay. Let me try to do it. Let me. What? How can? Hold on. Let me go to the thing. I'm going to see
So
if I can put it down here for you. Uh,
let me, okay, so I will, this
let,
is my email address. I will put my email address.
is it that Erica
So,
one that you gave me?
so it's Erica at RaeRenaeUnlimited.com. Our website is www.
Hold
dot
on.
Ray.
I'm gonna put it down in here. Just hold on. I'm gonna try. The Oh, it's funny. Okay, I got the Erica one written down. Okay, yeah.
Okay, Erica at RaeRenaeUnlimited.com. Okay. I am on Instagram. You
Wait a
can,
minute. Now I'm trying to type. You can't go fast with me.
okay.
AENLIMITED.com. Now let's see if I got that right. Let's see. Okay, this is your.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
Is that Erica at RaeRenaeUnlimited.com?
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
that's you can reach out to her there for the readings as well as what else?
If they have any real estate questions,
Okay. All
yeah,
righty.
I'm currently taking new clients. Whether you're selling or buying, you can also follow me on Instagram at Erica underscore real estate underscore broker. I will put in the comments, okay?
All right.
And I give a lot of real estate tips. Um, Rae Renae Learns Real Estate also has an Instagram handle, which is the title of the book. and you can see some reviews on there as well. I just thank God for this opportunity. I have really been getting some great feedback about the book, and I'm just so overjoyed.
Well, I'm glad. I'm glad, and I hope you get a lot of feedback from this program. But I will make sure that I reach out to one of my. Oh, here it is. Here's all of your stuff now. See, all of it's coming up. You
Is
see?
it?
Yeah, it's all
I
coming.
can't see it on my end.
But I can see it, and we can see it on the we can see it on the screen. You'll be able to see it later. But so well, we did really well, and I want to thank you again for coming on. It wasn't as bad as you thought. I told you it would not be. You was a little nervous, you all, but
I was.
really and truly, I'm the one that's usually. Each time I come on, I do a little bit better, and I thank everyone for their support. And I want to also hope that this evening has some kind of way inspired you, has encouraged you, and has empowered you to live a healthier lifestyle. And so, with that, I'm going to leave you with my three L's. You know about my three L's. The first one is live. You want to live your life to the fullest. Don't let anyone bring you down. Get that strive going on and live out your dreams. Okay. It doesn't matter. You take small steps to get to those uh, dreams. Sometimes it might seem like it takes you forever, but just live to the fullest. The second one is to laugh. Make sure you find some way to laugh throughout your day. And don't forget to laugh at yourself as well. And then the third thing is that you want to you want to love. Don't forget to love. Remember to try to love everyone. I know it's difficult, because we all have different personalities, but don't forget to love yourself. And so, with that being said, I want to thank Erica again. Maybe she will come back on another time and bless us with her next book. And don't forget you can order the book here. And she is offering a code. What is it again before we
It's
leave?
Savvy, SAVVY 2022. And you get $3 off.
Okay.
So the price is $16.99. And with that code, you can get $3 off and it's free shipping.
Okay. All right, everyone. So thank you again for coming on. And I will talk to you all next Wednesday. I plan to have another guest as well. Hold on. I'm going to try to show you my upcoming events real quick before we get off. Um, so they're having the Tina Ramsey show. It's a live broadcasting. It is going to be in Atlanta. It is May 6th from 2 to 7 if you're in that area. The tickets are almost sold out, you all. I think they might have maybe 5 or 6 left on that. Tonight we had Erica. Okay. And next week I am going to have Allison Perkins Caldwell. She is also an entrepreneur, philanthropist, an author, and a chef. She has a story that she can tell. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, all of you listeners out there tonight. And we are going to bid you um, we're going to bid you a farewell.
Well, again,
Yeah, and I want to thank you for watching.
thank you so much, Anna.
Oh, you're welcome. See you soon.